Hi, my name is Mason Bartlow, and I'm here to answer some questions about my Video 1 final from Video Productions 1 and part of the Digital Mass Media program at Hawkeye Community. So, question number 1, describe how you came up with the idea. So, the video I done was simply a reverse video of me going to the lake and going all the way back until I am in bed in my house. So how did I came up with the idea? I guess the idea kind of just came to me in random, because usually once I immediately assign an assignment, I usually already think of at least 20 different ideas of a video right away. But of course, only one of them I can actually do, as some of them can be either outrageous or just won't work for the video. So for the most part, it just came up from the top of my head. It was a very easy thing to do. Most of the video was simply just one effect and you kind of continue right through. And I also took some huge inspirations off of Coldplay's The Scientist music video, which played a huge part in my final assignment. Question 2. Describe the challenges you faced in producing this piece as well as how you overcame the challenges, if you did. Describe the challenges you faced in producing this piece as well as how you overcame the challenges, if you did. The biggest challenge was getting enough time to film and running for the right time to actually do filming, as my regular schedule for most of the week alongside the weather, as for a while the weather was very bad, as you got extremely cold days alongside very slick road conditions that just made it difficult for me to travel around for my assignment. The day when I did the last part of my video, it was 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about, I would say, maybe 20 degrees below in Celsius. And I was barely wearing a coat throughout most of the video, so it made it pretty difficult for me to do a whole lot of filming, especially for long cuts. And being in the middle of the outdoors, far away from a nearby town, made it extremely difficult. But fortunately, I did have a coat on my back in case when it got really, really cold. And usually after I do like one shot of pretty much my video, I would immediately get my coat out and wear it pretty much to keep myself warm. So it's a pretty challenging thing to do, especially for, I don't want to say a unique concept, as really it's not that unique at all, but a concept that takes a whole lot of effort to go into. And really you kind of have to force yourself to try and make your video, as when I did the last part, it was on a Sunday. Before then I did 2 days of 6-hour working shifts, a very, very stressful hours, because it's of course a week before Christmas, or 2 weeks technically. So I had to use pretty much my spare time on Sunday to finish the rest of the video. It wasn't too bad, it was a pretty dry day, so I didn't need to worry about the road conditions. But the other problem was simply by the temperature around that time, which I mentioned was 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So it did make pretty much filming the most of my video pretty challenging. As for the first half when I did it, or last half depending on how the video came out, it was fairly easy, where I only just need to film one shot outside, and it was kind of fairly warmer, about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, so that wasn't really too bad. When it came to editing my video, the biggest problem was blur and noise, as when I put the video onto the computer, there was just so much blur and a lot of noise, and for the most part I had to keep it in, as it was just very difficult to edit most of that out in Premiere. And I'm assuming a lot of that has to do with the camera's problem, or maybe a problem with the lens because of how cold it was. So this was quite a challenging video for me to make. I could really do a whole lot better on it the next time around if I ever got the chance. I do feel like I did do a lot of techniques correctly and very fairly done well, but obviously the video is not quite perfect, and obviously I'm going to need to do a whole lot of work to make the next perfect video. Describe your successes. The biggest success I had was obviously making the backwards video, as when it came to doing the first half, that was technically the last half of the video, and the last half of me filming was the first half. So honestly, I think I did a pretty good job keeping that consistency well done. And for the backwards part, that's really probably the biggest part of the whole video. Having all the clips play backwards, seeing various stuff like clothing or some sort of soft stuff reverse or in an unnatural movement, because simply it's just having the clip in reverse. And I think those are the biggest successes around that. And of course, having the time to film most of them, as it took quite a lot of effort at the end of the day, using almost all of Sunday for me to film. Describe your experiences working with other people on your projects, actors, crew, etc., and other classmates' projects that you may help out with. I did most of this video by myself, so I have no real answer for the fourth question, but for anyone who did help each other out in the videos, I say good job. Are you satisfied with the end result of your project, and why? It's okay if you are not. Either way, tell me what you would do differently next time. Maybe either change a different subject for the video or just change up with the locations in general, as a lot of it had to spend a whole lot of time spending in one place and able just to film for 1 minute or 30 seconds of an entire clip. As before I went to Hickory Parks, where I did the last half or the first half, depending on what you saw in the video, I did a lot of it out in the parking lot at the apartments, which is right behind the camera, and that probably took, I would say, maybe about 15 or 20 minutes of filming. It's not really too hard at first, but you also have to think about setting up your tripod, setting up the camera, and so many other stuff behind with the video. And this video you're looking at right now took quite a lot of effort to get around. So that's pretty much a huge challenge at the end of the day. If I really could and had the time and effort to get into, I would probably get some team members to help out in the video, as this certainly took a whole lot of effort for me to make. So if I ever got the chance of making this video again, most certainly want to try to find a team member or a partner to make the video. I think that's really all I have to say. I'll just do a whole lot better next time.